Hi, I'm Marilyn. Welcome to my studio. I am passionate about making art, and I have a passion for teaching art as well. Teaching art in a way that makes it easy, convenient, and fun to learn. I have some good tips for beginners, and if you're an experienced artist, I think you might find some of these ideas helpful as well. Today, we're going to revisit the idea of values and the range of values. In other words, the difference between darkness and lightness in a piece of artwork. So come on, let's dig a little deeper and see what we can learn. I hope you had an opportunity to try adding darks to one of your sketches, like I did in my little produce portrait sketchbook that we made the other day. Remember, I took a simple sketch of romaine and I tried to increase the value of the darks to create some contrast. In this video, we're going to explore the idea of value by using toned paper. Using toned paper helps me see the full range of values because the paper automatically gives me the middle tone or the middle range. This is a Strathmore toned gray paper sketchbook. You can get it at your local arts and crafts store. All the online art supply stores carry it, and Amazon has it as well, and the link is in the description below. What's great about toned paper is that you already have the middle value, and all you have to do is add darks and lights. So let me show you an example. I really wanted to paint this hibiscus, but I thought perhaps I should plan a little bit before I started slinging paint on a very expensive piece of watercolor paper. I laid a scale at the bottom of the page from the darkest dark to the lightest light, and I let the gray of the paper be the middle value. As I did my sketch, I began to think, where could I heighten the interest and the contrast between darkest dark and lightest light, and how could I let the gray of the paper be the middle tone? It was very helpful for me, and you might find it helpful as well. The good news is you don't have to go out and buy a toned paper sketchbook. You can actually use the brown paper in the accordion sketchbook that we made in a previous video. So if you notice, I've added a very simple 3-point scale to the bottom of the page. Darkest dark, lightest light, and the brown of the paper is the middle value, or the middle of the range. So I'm going to draw a ball, and we'll add darks and lights and see what happens. So I'm going to use just a regular pencil to lightly sketch in a circle here so that I know where this ball is going to go. And then the next thing I'm going to do is make sure I'm clear about my light source. I want the light coming from this angle. If the light's over here, it's going to change where I had planned to put my lights and darks. So light source is coming from that direction. And I'm going to start with the darks, and using a really dark pencil, I'm going to accentuate this edge that is tucked away from the light source. And I'm going to make it, especially here, as dark as I can get this pencil to go. And I'm going to kind of feather it out as the ball curves up. And as I get closer to the middle, I'm going to leave the brown of the paper to be that middle range. Okay? And again, this is just do some light strokes here. Make sure we've got this bottom edge as dark as we can get it, because obviously this is the place that gets the least amount of light. Now let's switch to, I'm using a white pencil. You could use white crayon or chalk or acrylic paint or gesso even if you have it. It's not about the materials. It's about playing with values. So now I am really going to accentuate where the light is shining. And again, just like I did with the darks, I'm going to kind of feather it out as it gets closer to the middle. Now I can go back. Usually You don't want to be afraid of the dark. And that's the important lesson. Many of the accomplished artists who judge shows at the Art Guild, of which I am a member, say that's one of the most common mistakes they see by beginners is not making the dark dark enough. Now, I'm thinking that we probably need to anchor this ball to the table, and so I'm going to give it a shadow, and that shadow is going to be really dark as well. And now it looks like it's sitting on the table. Now, just for fun, I'm going to add a background to this, and I'm going to use a big fat marker only because it covers a lot of territory really quickly. But I think you'll begin to see how our little sketch begins to pop because we've increased the range of values from dark to light. Voila! So don't be afraid of the dark. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be the first to hear about new videos on my channel, Marilyn Westcott Art. Next time, we're going to talk about what to do when you're faced with fear of messing up that beautiful first page in your brand new and possibly very expensive sketchbook. So in the meantime, go make some art. Don't be afraid of the dark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.